call the meeting to order. We have a verification of posting.
Yes, the agenda was posted at City Hall on December 4th at 4:47 PM and on the website on December 4th at 4:48 PM.
Thank you. If we can have our invocation.
Yes, everybody bow, please. Dear Lord, thank you for this day you've given us, and bless this meeting and bless the people that are making decisions for this city. Pray that you would guide each person voting tonight and just be with them and give them the wisdom to make the right decisions. I pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. All right, if we can stand for our pledges of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And to the Texas flag.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you. All right, fifth on the agenda, I have the approval of minutes of our previous meeting, November 12th.
Move that we approve the meetings from the November 12th, the minutes from the November 12th meeting.
Second that.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Motion passes. All right, we have come into our public comment period. Do we have anyone that
I
has
did
signed
not
up?
receive any cards tonight.
All right, we will move on past that. Our consent agenda. Is there anything y'all would like to pull out? The only thing I was going to ask, if Angela, you could sort of go down our financial report. Yes, ma'am.
All right. For November, we billed $137,491.35 for the water utility and a combined utility total of $248,600.58. That total also includes sewer and sanitation services. I invoiced Meridian this week for $7,432 for the November water treatment. We have not received sales and use tax figures yet. Those are due on Thursday of this week. Property taxes came in at $2,503.09 for October and were posted on November 21st. I also wanted to let y'all know that we received today $54,960.64 in our Atmos gas franchise fees. So that exceeds our anticipated budgeted amount of $50,000. Plan to close the Cadence Cash Management account on December 26th. We are still seeing some checks from June and July that we wrote at that time coming in. So just trying to let everything clear out there, but I want to get that closed out before the end of the year. I received the benefit proposal from Insurers of Texas on November 17th for our health vision dental coverage that will be effective on January 1st. The estimated annual premium for Baylor Scott & White Health is $231,696, which was an increase of $45,169.56 over 2025 expenses. However, United Healthcare and Blue Cross Blue Shield proposals each exceeded $222,000. So even though the Scott & White went up significantly, those premiums exceeded the increase. And let me say, they exceeded it. The $22,000 would have been an increase over what we spent last year. The annual premium for principal dental coverage increased 3% over the 2025 premium, with an expected cost of $9,929.88, compared to Guardian at $10,733.64 and Humana at $15,275.52. Vision coverage proposals came in closer in comparison, with principal's premium estimate at $2,711.04 for the year, a decrease of $302.52 from 2025. We received a letter of engagement from Boucher, Morgan & Young and PC on December 3rd, which David signed and I returned. And this is for our audit services for the year ended September 30th, 2025. And this week I was able to get trial balances, general ledgers, and things like that over, so we are in process for the audit. I met with the First National Bank the week of December 3rd to determine the city's needs for securities pledged for deposit. And considering the larger expenditures that we're going to be incurring over the next year with our certificate of obligation projects, we determined that the bank would provide securities in the amount of $1,500,000 to cover the City of Clifton depositories. I'm working on monthly and end-of-year reports, bank reconciliation reports, and I included the general ledger trial balance in your packet. It's a little bit more detailed than what I provided last time, but I did not include the budget versus actual, so if y'all want a copy of that, please let me know. I mean, we're barely into the year, so a lot of it is, 10%, 15%, and it's 45 pages long. So it just depends on what y'all want, but let me know what you'd like to look at and be able to review over the week. November interest income totaled $37,040.01, and accounts earned 2.620% interest in November at First National Bank, and an average daily net yield of 3.9885% at tax pool.
Thank you very much.
Sure. Are there any
Do y'all
questions?
have any questions? Good. Thank you, Angela.
You're welcome.
Next is we have the swearing in of Officer Blake Chigwidden.
That's close.
Chigwidden.
Welsh.
Chigwidden.
Mayor, council, distinguished guests, this is our new police officer, Blake Chigwidden. We call him Cheg because it's a lot easier to remember. Blake lives here in town, is married, has kids, go to school. Your kids go to school yet? Yes, sir. They're at school. Also a member of the fire department, so he's kind of rooted in the community. So if you'll just raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
Blake Allen Chigwidden,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will faithfully execute the duties
that I'll faithfully execute the duties
of peace officer for the City of Clifton Police Department
of peace officer for the City of Clifton Police Department
of the State of Texas,
for the State of Texas,
and will to the best of my ability
and will to the best of my ability
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and this state, so help me God.
and this state, so help me God.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you for what y'all do for all of us.
Thank y'all.
All right, next we've got discussion and possible action approving Emmanuel Lutheran Church's request for road closures on Saturday, December 20th, and possibly Sunday, December 21st, for traffic control during the live nativity event.
Denise Wise submitted this request, and she had a basketball game tonight with her child, so she's unable to be here. And it's the same request that they've been presenting to council for the last few years. Sunday is the rain day. In case there's inclement weather on Saturday, they would do a Sunday event.
And Chief, I believe y'all help with that, don't you, with traffic control?
Yes, we usually have an officer down there that blocks the street, kind of helps people cross.
All right,
I move we approve the Emmanuel Lutheran Church's request for road closures on Saturday, December 20th, and possibly Sunday, December 21st, for traffic control during the live nativity event.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed, same sign. Motion passes. All right, E is discussion and possible action approving resolution 251201, authorizing and approving the appointment of Rook Plumberg as a director to the Board of Directors of our Clifton Higher Education Finance Corporation, Cultural Education Facilities Finance Corporation, and Clifton Economic Development Corporation.
You want to read that, Angela? This position is taking Will's position for that, on that current board.
Resolution number 251201, resolution authorizing and approving the appointment of a director to the Board of Directors of Clifton Higher Education Finance Corporation, Cultural Education Facilities Finance Corporation, and Clifton Economic Development Corporation. Whereas the City of Clifton, Texas is a duly created municipality and political subdivision of the state of Texas, created and established under the Constitution and laws of the state of Texas. And whereas the city has created the Clifton Higher Education Finance Corporation, Cultural Education Facilities Finance Corporation, and Clifton Economic Development Corporation, collectively the corporations. And whereas the city has the authority to appoint and remove members of the Board of Directors of the corporation. And whereas it is hereby officially found and determined that the meeting at which this resolution was passed was open to the public, and public notices of the time, place, and purpose of said meeting was given, all as required by Chapter 551 Texas Government Code. Therefore, be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Clifton, Texas, upon election, Section 1. The City Council of the city has found and determined and hereby finds and determines that it is in the best interest of the city and its residents and the citizens of the state of Texas that Rick Lundberg be named as a director for each corporation to fill the vacancies on the corporation's boards of directors created by the resignation of William Murdoch. Section 2. The city finds that the statements set forth in the recitals of this resolution are true and correct, and the city hereby incorporates such recitals as a part of this resolution. Section 3, this resolution shall become effective immediately after its adoption.
Any questions? I entertain a motion.
I move to approve Resolution 251201, authorizing and approving the appointment of Rick Lundberg as a director to the Board of Directors of Clifton Higher Education Finance Corporation, Cultural Education Facilities Finance Corporation, and Clifton Economic Development Corporation.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Motion passes. F is presentation of scheduled Atmos Energy project to replace the low-pressure lines in Clifton.
Go ahead.
Mayor, Council, my name is Tammy Bowman. I'm with Atmos Energy, Manager of Public Affairs, office out of 1500 West Loop 340. Thank you for allowing us to come and share a little bit about our project. Atmos Energy, our vision is to be the safest provider of natural gas, and by investing in our infrastructure and completing these neighborhood replacements is helping us meet our vision. So I have with me today Craig and Loretta, and they're going to share a little bit more about the project, and we're happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Craig Chase. I'm the operations supervisor for our field construction coordinators and our STAs that service out of the Waco area. You kind of heard Tammy speak to it herself. You know, our vision at Atmos Energy is to be the safest natural gas provider, hands down. And of course, that is what we want to establish here in our process of replacing our low pressure. Safety goes hand in hand. One for our employees, two for your community, for the people we service, y'all. So a little bit more in depth, Loretta's going to take and kind of give you a breakdown of our process of what all that's going to be done here. So thank you.
Hi, I'm Loretta Rothbauer. I'm the engineer of this project. So this project is broken up into 18 phases. It's roughly 42,000 feet that we'll be replacing. We're going to come in with one crew starting around the end of March. If that date changes, we'll obviously update you as we get updates on that. So we're going to start with phase 1. I have a map if y'all would like to look at it, maybe pass it around. But, oh, y'all have it. Okay, good. Y'all have the map. So we'll start with phase 1, and as you can see, we kind of jump back and forth between the city. It'll go in numeric order, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, etc. We'll go until all 18 phases are complete. Obviously, as we finish up a phase, we're going to put everything back like we found it, if not better than we found it. So that's not something to worry about. The roads will be repaired, the yards will look excellent. So, other than that, that's mainly the breakdown. Will come in, we'll do it phase by phase until it's over, and then we'll be out of your hair. Any questions?
How long, did you answer this already and I missed it? How long do you expect from start to finish?
So if we have one crew throughout the whole thing, it could be 18 months to 2 years. If we bring in another crew, that obviously will shorten a little bit if we're able to work on more than one phase at a time. But I would say roughly about 18 months to 2 years.
Do you have any other questions?
Council, if y'all remember, last council meeting, we talked about the laydown yard at the water plant, and that's in conjunction with this project. That's what this is.
Yes. So we will use that to store material.
Will it disrupt houses and things? Or if you see that, will they be notified we're about to work on your block or
Yes.
something?
So we have tags that we put on the doors before construction begins to let them know that we'll be in the area and about a time of when we'll be there. So that way that all of the houses will know that we're coming in. And if we're in the street, we'll put up traffic controls. So we'll make sure that people are aware and it is safe for the community.
Can I just ask a stupid question?
No questions.
Why why does it, I mean, I get that this is in a line of like the pipeline, but why don't you have to expand it into the whole city? Why does it just need to follow this?
I'll answer that part actually. So based upon the design that she's providing you, so this is a low pressure replacement.
Okay.
Not necessarily everything that we feed and provide you gas in town is low pressure. So this design is specifically replacing these sections that are low pressure based. Let alone with that, it's not like we can just jump into a phase and immediately bring our intermediate pressure into that system. We have to obviously network it right from one piece to the other. So as we complete a phase, we are bringing that conjunction over and over and over to carry into these phases. So that's kind of why the disrupt and jumping in place, because it's based upon what system we do have that is already intermediate pressure.
All right.
And we've met earlier, a month or so ago, and talked about getting information about which areas they're going to be working in so that we can make our public aware on our social media platforms, on our website, that, this project is going to be going on. It's going to be a little lengthy. Thank you for your patience, et cetera. So that get a little advance notice before they actually move into the area to start working.
All right, thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
All right. Thank y'all very much. Next is G on our agenda, and it is discussion and possible action awarding engineering services for the fiscal year 2025 EDA disaster funding grant application.
We brought you the information for the EDA grant last council meeting, and basically what we have to do is to go ahead and acquire a engineer. We don't know what the project entails yet, and we don't even know if we're getting the project yet, but this is just part of the process. We went through it the other day, we voted, we had 3 bids come in. We had KO Consulting, Burks and Walker out of Waxahachie, and Walker Partners out of Waco. We went through the evaluation criteria, and we came up to elect or nominate KO Consulting. And one of the main things, KO already knows our system inside and out, and that was kind of a huge factor on us. But council can nominate anybody they want to. This is just staff's recommendation. So I think we put in there the evaluations, I believe, and the packets. If y'all take a look at it, y'all can go with staff's recommendation, or y'all are more than welcome to make another recommendation.
I trust y'all for that y'all gone through the process and scored them. Okay, it looks like the winner. So we need to say.
Just give us a motion to.
We need to award the engineering
The wording
services.
is in there.
Yes.
Do y'all need, are y'all good? Okay. I move that we award Coyote the engineering services for the 2025 EDA disaster funding grant application.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Next is H on the agenda, discussion and possible action on the approval to move forward with plans to contract a commercial pool builder through tips or sealed bids.
We have in front of y'all, council, the proposed swimming pool. We decided not to go with a refurbishment because it was just going to cost way too much money. This is a brand-new pool build. Commercial builders are not just, they're far and few between. We looked all over the place. We found this company out of Plano. They're a reputable company. They've got recommendations in the back, and I believe Angela passed out a proposal to y'all and put that on the table tonight. Did you give it to them?
Had it.
Oh.
Shoot. Anybody get that?
Okay. What is?
I'm sorry.
No, sorry. I'll pass mine around.
Okay.
It came in at, let y'all pass that around. This is the recommendations. Pass it that way. It's just, we added, originally, we did not have the layout area over to the, I believe that's the east side of the pool. We decided to go ahead and add that. We just thought it would be nice for, if your babies, if you got your kid with you, you can go lay out and the kid can play, your kids can play in the, kind of the mini, water area. The older kids can go to the diving board and the slide. It's the same layout. It will be a foot deeper because the other pool was out of compliance with depths. So, this pool will be 100% compliant. Will be 100% commercial grade material. The quote came in, I believe, less, if you can look back, I believe it came in at $704,000.
$704,200.
So, which I think is a fair price. I was expecting it to come in around $1 million. This includes the new concrete, the new gunite. This is not a liner. This is a gunite pool. So it will be very nice.
In the demo.
Hmm?
In the demo.
And the
of
demo,
old
yeah,
pool.
they demo all, that's everything.
And they
take-
haul off.
They haul off all the old stuff, and I would like to bring to y'all in the future too. This is just the pool and the concrete area, of course, with pumps and all that. Now, in the future, I would like to bring in the fence. I would like to change the footprint of the pool, bring it in a little, where it's a little closer to the fence, where we don't have like a whole acre fenced in, and we can make it more of a rental with more pavilions, or should we say, what did y'all call them?
Cabana.
Cabanas.
And do more.
Also, squint your eyes. We're not painting this stuff blue, because that has nothing to do with Clifton. We're not another town close by that's blue. We're a green town. We're gonna paint the stuff green.
Yes. And I was,
Squint your eyes.
so squint your eyes. I just need direction. I think if we went with the tips, which is it's bid out process through the state of Texas, and it's government tips. we can start this process in January if we go out on bids. I don't think we can have this pool finished by June, just because we'll go, once we get our build specs and then go out on bids, we probably will not be able to open the pool this year. So what we're trying to do is get this through so we can be open by June. And they're saying if they could start in January, they should have it up and running by June. So that is the hopes. I will go with whatever council desires. We can go out on sealed bids, or we can go through the TIPS program.
I will say, ignore all of this.
Yeah, don't, that's just renderings.
Yeah, this up here is not extra pools.
We're getting 5 pools.
But I think it takes care of a lot of things. I mean, it's not just the diving board that we've had in the past. You got your little splash pad, and you got your layout area, plus you got a slide and a diving board. So I think we've kind of incorporated quite a bit of stuff in here.
But the main issue is that it won't be a liner floating up.
It won't be a liner floating up, and
It won't be blue.
And we won't be blue.
Won't be blue.
So that's all I got.
Okay. So
Let
you
y'all
would like to,
discuss it, how you want to.
Would y'all like to discuss?
Oh, and this will be
the pool
paid,
a little
I'm
bit?
sorry, this will be paid for out of the CO, because we have earmarked $2.5 million out of the CO for parks projects.
okay, so would there be, I mean, I'm for opening it in June. I'll go ahead and say that and going through tips, but just to be thorough, I mean, sealed bids, I agree with you. This price seems fair, but with sealed bid, I mean, there's a potential it could be,
Could be lower, could come back way higher.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's just, you take, but the point is, it's just hard to find a commercial. And there's some commercial, those that would have to go down to Austin, San Antonio. I looked in Waco, there's a bunch of pool builders, but not commercial pool builders. A lot of residential, but there's a big difference between residential and commercial. And this one was out of Dallas, and it came recommended from another residential pool company, because they came out in there. We talked, me and Craig have been talking to people for about 2 years on these projects, and we just can't find anybody that has the, not the, I guess, the basis to do it. It's just, they're just residential builders.
Do we know like what kind of warranty the pool comes with?
It depends. The pumps will be different, the gun out will be different. But yes, they'll come with
Warranties.
it'll
It's
come-
got several.
It's a brand
I
new
just
pool.
haven't seen that, so.
1 year on craftsmanship, 5 years on pump control systems, 5 years on filters, 4 years on heat, chiller, cleaner, and lights, 2 years on plumbing, 2 years on electrical, and 2 years on masonry. And structural's lifetime.
We're gonna heat it?
No, it's probably, he's probably talking about, it's an infrared system, probably for chlorination.
yeah, it's year-round pool.
No, we're not,
I'm just
we're not gonna heat it.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
We're not gonna heat it, but no, it'll be commercial grade filters. It'll be, it'll be nice to not have a pool that loses 10,000 gallons a day.
I said it had a handicap lift
Yes,
as
we
well?
do have a handicap lift as well, and it doesn't show in there also, we will have 2 lifeguard stands. So it's, and what we'd like to bring to you, I've talked to the mayor, in the future, we would like to do a refurbishment on the pool house itself. Take the old showers out of the men's and women's restrooms and have, turn those into restrooms where you can come in from the park side that stays open during the day, that people can utilize, so we can have actual restrooms in the park itself out there. And then just refurbish that building, because it hadn't been refurbished since it was built, and paint it green, or whatever color you want to paint it. But it does need a refurb. I think, like I said, we did address the issue, because we did take the baby pool out by putting the 8-inch splash pad in. I think we've addressed those issues with the toddlers and the younger kids.
Let me ask something. Is this, we were talking about our 10,000 gallons, we're not sure why we're losing them, but we think we know. Is that what this GEO report?
Yes, yeah, well, Geo report is basically, they'll do soil
Right.
testing.
Right.
To find out what they need to do to inject in the ground or whatever they need to do. But we don't know where our water is. We did a pool when I was in Burleson, and we were losing water, and come to find out at the end of the day, when they caved it in, it had a 10-foot hole underneath the pool. So, over years of water loss and all that, there's no telling where that water's going, but it's not muddy. So it's,
And there's no
it's
green
going-
grass there.
It's going somewhere, as Craig and Josh can,
It's wild.
yeah, they can concur. We don't know where it's going.
Do y'all have any other questions? I'll entertain a motion.
I move to approve moving forward with plans to contract a commercial pool builder through TIPS.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed, same sign. Motion passes. All right. I, on our agenda, discussion of the downtown parking and rehabilitation project. You can look in your packet, but we will also have some visuals up above.
We have talked about this a few times, council, and these are some, I'll say, a little bit harder numbers. These are kind of phases that we're talking about doing as we get into this project. And we would fix Avenue C first, we do Avenue D second, and then we would come in and take out the center at Avenue D on the south side, and which would include your roundabout. So if you look at this picture, you'll see different pricing, and they're like asphalt options for slurry. This is through slurry seal. This is $34,000, and the slurry seal is the tar that you put down over an existing road. That it's not really like an overlay or 2-inch overlay. It's just more of a tar mix that will go to preserve the road. This road is not bad, so we can put that slurry mix on that. Now this, on the purple, what they're proposing, our engineer, KO Consulting, is proposing doing a diamond cut all the way down, of course, taking out the center median, and doing a diamond cut, which will take about an 1/8 inch of your concrete off to where the concrete will be able to look like brand new concrete. And all the way around, of course, that'll include striping, and taking out that center median. Also, what we're proposing doing, and I'll get to that, you want to talk about I'll go ahead. What we're talking about in the center median, this is not the roundabout. We had a donation of a
Life-size bronze.
life-size bronze that will be placed right here in the middle, and that will be our crosswalk across, handicap parking, and it'll also have bollards around it to where it'll protect the bronze. So this is that's what it's going to look like. It's called,
Does it say something on the southern moon?
yeah.
It's a Bruce screen. Bruce has been commissioned to do this.
This will be on a pedestal within that area. The crosswalk will go to it, and then the crosswalk will go around it. There will be recessed lighting around it, facing up onto it. So we will be one of the only cities that has this is going to be very nice, and it'll change the dynamics of the downtown area. So that is the proposal that'll go in there. It'll go on about an 18-inch to 2-foot pedestal in the middle. So went the wrong way, Lewis, sorry. This is kind of what we're looking at. You'll have bollards going around it. You'll have crosswalks coming to it, so this will be your center focal. You'll walk around it to the other crosswalk on the other side. We added 4 handicap parking. You'll have handicap ramps going into the plaza, which is what we purchased last year. Courtyard, and then the ramp on the other side going up on the west side of the parking. Now, what we currently right now have 4 handicap parking, now we'll have 8 handicap parking. This will give us, let me go ahead and let me come back over to this. This is our roundabout. I know you either like it or you don't like it. This would take out all your stop signs. This will be one of your focal points. We're talking about putting Christmas trees in the wintertime, possibly a flagpole any other time. This will be lit. It'll have flower bed. It'll be a terraced flower bed. This redwood down here is going to be stamped concrete, which will look like old-timey brick. Then, like I said, then the terraced flower bed. This will also have lights and electricity and water in it. So the cost on that estimated is around $146,000. And if you go back to the total cost, they have estimated it to be at $654,000. That's KO Consulting. Now, however, there is a 19% contingency on that, which is roughly $114,000. So that's just if you have any overages or anything like that. I would determine that we would probably use, because we don't know what we're getting into when you're talking about the stabilization of the sculpture. So I talked to the engineer. He's probably estimating more around $50,000 than $114,000. However, he just put a 19% contingency in there just to give us a little bit more. So this number, once we get bids in, should come in quite a bit lower. Any questions on this right now? Real quick. This gives us the pass-through from Avenue C. This gives us 20 additional parking spots back here. This gives us, I didn't counted these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That gives us 12 parking spots over here. These are currently not marked. It's just kind of a free-for-all over there right now. For a total of 150 total spots. We're also talking about on Avenue E down here, possibly taking some street sales tax and adding another 15 spots down here on Avenue E for a total of 165 spots for the downtown area. So this will pretty much just transform the whole downtown area, looking for the next 20 to 25 years. You'll have no striping in the center. This will give everybody ample room to park large trucks. Safety vehicles will have no problem getting down here. Safety vehicles will have no problem getting around this roundabout, because the bottom of the roundabout will be created with a lip that's meant to go to drive over. So it shouldn't, it won't hurt it at all. Of course, this includes all striped parking, brand new striped, everything, brand new paint. This is going to be a total redo of a 2-inch overlay, what we're proposing. This also takes out all this railroad track that's been there for the last 100 years. And so in the process of doing this, we will lay brand new water lines through here. So that'll make that road good for the next 25, 30 years. The concrete, when they put concrete on the center, when they diamond mill all this, everything will be level. They'll put the self-leveling adhesive in all the cracks, so everything should be level and good to go. This is your parking going down to Art Alley, and everything will be marked. Any other, say, Spring Door Inn had people staying there, we would just give them permits, the 24-hour permits to put in their windows. So anyway, this is kind of the proposal we will make to the chamber next week. We're asking for $150,000. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Sorry, Paige, I didn't mean the chamber.
I don't have anybody.
Sorry, Paige. $150,000 this year and $150,000 next year from EDC for this project. like I said, the city will be adding, coming back to council possibly for some definite road sales tax to finish this. But this will transform the whole downtown with the monument, the downtown circle, redoing everything for the next 25 years. Anybody got any questions? That just gives you more room for turning radiuses for your cars. And the reason we didn't put parking in some areas is because they took worst case scenarios on your bigger trucks to turn. And these are basically for any trailers coming in or large trucks. And all that will be striped, just like that.
David, so this down on the bottom is the 100 South Avenue D, right?
Yes.
So in the 200 block, does that, where the yellow is that where all our electrical is, in that box right
We got
there?
electrical right here, and we got electrical right over here, I believe, is that correct, Greg? And in the future, I've talked to Mike Roundtree. It's a possibility we could put in four charging stations up in this area that would allow people to charge their cars. That would be more of their slow chargers, but that would give people the time to go shopping and come back and charge their cars at the same time. So that will be an addition, later on. There's plenty of stuff we can add in the future. This is just the concept right now with the money that we have right now.
Any questions? Comments?
Looks pretty.
That's just an overview of what we're going to talk about, not the chamber, but the EDC next week.
So this is just discussion. If you look at it, you have a couple other questions or want a little more information, they'd be happy to answer any questions.
Or if you have any concerns, just let me know.
Timeline. We didn't really talk
Oh,
about that.
timeline. We're looking at, once we get the approval, we start doing construction documents, we go out to bid. We're looking at roughly starting anywhere between May and July. But like I said, the first project, this will be a first phase right here, because this will be most of your construction right here. Because that's a 2-inch overlay, and that's a total redo on that road back there. So Avenue C will be a very nice road.
I don't know if y'all have ever been back there, but there's a railroad track that runs right along just right along the sidewalk. I mean, years ago, a train actually came off and came down those tracks. I was in the chamber building that night. Literally came down. But that'll all be removed.
It's all gonna be
All
removed.
that was abandoned, and so the railroad tracks are.
Yeah, that'll all be removed all the way through 219, because TxDOT will remove it going across 219 when they come through with their rehabilitation on that.
So ideally, D will not be started until after Fall Fest.
Correct. Yeah, and what we talked about also, when we do Fall Fest in the future, you could all have vendors on both sides and vendors down the middle. So we could concentrate a lot more in that area.
So, all right. If we don't have any further discussion, I would entertain the motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
Have a motion to adjourn in a second. Motion passes. Thank y'all very much.
Well, we're gonna vote on it, but.
Oh, would y'all like to vote on it? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. We are adjourned at
I appreciate
7:44.
That you assumed.
6:44.
You assumed.